Salutations, my fellow dandies. It's a very belated check. Dandy. Yes, apologies. I was all set up to actually start at 8 o'clock, and then I set everything up, and for some reason, VTube Studio I had a really low frame rate for some reason. I was moving at like 10. I've just noticed my model's still a bit wonky. I was moving at like a really weird frame rate. So I thought, oh, well, I haven't updated my model. I haven't updated my iPad in like 4 or 5 months. So I thought maybe that's what's happened. And I forget that the reason iPads normally update overnight is because they take friggin' ages. So the last 45 minutes I've just been staring at my iPad waiting for it to finish updating. But it has now, and I'm here. We're back in Final Fantasy XIV. As you can see, I am wearing very, very weather-appropriate clothing. I'm, hang on. There we go. I'm trying to zoom out. I've been tapping the touchpad to keep myself from not getting logged out. But yes, as you can see, I'm wearing incredibly for weather-appropriate clothing. This is the level 60 gear that you get from the vendor in Ishgard. And I thought, oh, I'll just buy this and slap some glamours on. But then I noticed that the headpiece doesn't cover my pompadour. So I thought, well then, let's dragging it up for an afternoon. See how, it's nice to have something fresh, and then I'll cover it with some glamours next week, or until I get bored. It's nice, isn't it? I look like a power. It does have a sort of like Power Ranger-y kind of charm to it. The rest of it's ridiculous, but I love it. Just because of the fact that it's snowing more than anything else. Like, I've been sat here staring at me breathing mists for the last 45 minutes. As I said, I was ready to go pretty much at 8 o'clock. Anyway, let's go and do what we were doing. We need to journal. I'm going to just hide that one. I'll go and do that later. I completely forgot to jump on during the week and do the Aetheryte quests so that I could fly on all of the maps. I don't think it matters though. I think we're going to a new map called the Churning Mists today, so it's fine. What's quicker, Tail Feather or Axe Shrine? Probably. Actually, I don't think I can direct over from either of them, really, can I? So, go to Tail Feather. It also means I'm broke. I have like 26,000 guild now because I bought all this armor. So, I'm. A smidgen poor, but that's fine. There we go. Yeah. Salutations, Stratus. I hope you're well. Good to see you as always. All of that. I was looking at, I did have time to jump on, although I didn't have time to jump on and do the Aetheryte quests. I did have time to jump on and do the, triple triad. And in doing so, I found out that the Vosh? The Waspmen, I have to do their insect quest in order to unlock, one of the triple triad vendors. And it's one of the vendors where I can get the Fat Chocobo card, so I have to do it. Because I feel like the Fat Chocobo cards will become an essential part of my deck. So, Yeah, I shall at some point, the Vath, there we go. I shall at some point have to come here and do, I think it's Vath Fleetfoot's quests line. It's whatever the main sort of story quest of the Vath are. I don't think it'll take me very long, but yeah. I'll worry about that in my own time. Sub Alphano. So we killed the Bugman last week, and now we're going to talk to a dragon to tell them we killed a Bugman, so that they can let us through so we can talk to another dragon. So a whole lot of dragon conversations. Shall we be on our way to Ank's Shrine, then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. God damn it. It's actually just, I just came all the way here just so that we could then fast travel over to Ank's Shrine. It's always the way. Of course, you never know how much, how much a quest is gonna, what a quest is gonna involve before you start doing it when you end for the week. There's always time for triple triad. Hey, if I run into someone who'll actually let me triple triad them, absolutely. But yeah, I mentioned last week about how I wanted to do the Moogle post quests, and whilst I was just looking for random triple triad NPCs that I hadn't, because I thought there might be some from Around Reborn that I just haven't done because I haven't looked them up, and I found some guy who stands outside the Crystal Tower. And then I went, oh, I have to do this one quest for him. That's fine. It shouldn't take me very long. I realised it was the first quest for the Moogle post quest. So I am now technically a level 1 courier because I accidentally did that quest. But I don't think I missed out on a huge amount of content just by doing that one quest, fortunately. I don't remember what Vidofna's voice was. I think it was a lady. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou... That's my lady voice. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Jack's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Heed you unto the deepest reaches of morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Som Al. But be warned, the means of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern, shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Righto. I think the only previous time we've spoken to Vidofnir, it was a voiced cutscene, and I didn't think to take note of how she talks, so that's her voice now. Let's hope she's not an important character and won't appear ever again. Is this where I'm supposed to be going? Where am I supposed to be going? Where do you want me to go, game? Oh, over there. Oh. Well, I'm going upstairs now. I love the fact the dragon's like, how the fuck did you kill a god? Who cares? What do you mean, who cares? Some random guy showed up and said, I would kill a god. You made fun of him and you went and killed a god. And you're just going to go, whatevs. I mean, I guess it's like, it's just like not looking a gift horse in the mouth. Like, how could you possibly... Oh, well, whatever. I don't care. I suppose the job's done. That's the important thing. Oh, there's just more dragons up here. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. What have you got? Ah, Netherite quest. Okay. I'll come back and do your stuff later then. So that I can fly. Oh, I did need to come up here. Okay. That's good then. You know, but yeah, you once you get to a certain age, you probably just sort of think, why ask questions? There is no response. Oh, well, that's good. I don't have to use a Phoenix down on it. You sort of think, it's fine. And again, this is how things are with the Warrior of Light. It's just, no one expects anything of me, and then I show up and just murder everything, and then they go, oh, I kind of feel bad now for giving him those trivial quests when we first met. But the Warrior of Light is just such a nice guy, it's just like, I'll do whatever, I don't mind. So I was explaining how I bought the level 60 armor, and because you can see my pompadour in it, I decided to wear it. They just started a new sale in the FF14 store. I don't have Augustus out. They just started a new sale in the store, and one of the things on sale is Alphino's clothing. And I was really tempted to just, I mean, it was not a lot of money, but quite a lot of money for a dumb joke. But I was really tempted to just buy Alphino's old costume, so that I could wear it and pretend that I had put on Alphino's old clothes. Well, because he got his new costume last week, and I just thought it was, like I said, it would have amused me for all of 30 seconds, and I couldn't quite justify the expense for 30 seconds. And then, like I said, I got this costume that had the pompadour on anyway, so I also got the next I can't remember what it's called. The rewards, the costumes that you get for being a subscriber for a while. So I've got the penultimate one of those, I think. I think the final one is Squall, which I'll probably get in June. June? Whenever I first started playing this game. The end of May. But, in a randomly born, the first quest you get if you start in Limpster is literally a guy who gives you a bucket and asks you to go fill it with bison poop with your bare hands. Yeah, I remember that quest. That was a long time ago now. But that's what I mean. I remember because I remember taking a few stabs at this game, and I remember even if you start in Uldar, there's a guy who wants you to just move boxes around. Which is why it's always my go-to when I think of, like, menial tasks for the Warrior of Light. Is literally go and pick those boxes up and move them over there. So it's always, like I said, it's always my go-to for, hey, we need a menial task for the Warrior of Light. Here we go! Although I think Limsa had some good ones. Like I had to be a scarecrow, and I had to plant some seeds for some potatoes or something. There's a lot of farming-based stuff in Limsa. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to some Owl Summit for thee and thy companions. I could actually make the voice acting part of this game, some of it, slightly easier on myself, because I have downloaded voice mod, and I could just like stick on a like deep echoey voice whenever I do a dragon voice, but maybe sometime in the future. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground, and resting place both. Where you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offence at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? What else is it? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiaman herself is said to guard this peak. I don't know who that is, so yes. And yes, blindly forging on, knowing the dangers that await us is pretty much my entire deal. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall fear the sting of my lance. Ah, he's such an edgelord. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we come to parley a peace? I'll parley a peace with my fists! Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for the sake that I go now to speak with Herelsvalga. The dragon. But I said nothing of Tiaman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Asia Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. I love this will they won't they relationship between LSA and Estinian. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Helsvelga, our paths lead up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Nod. Shrug. Pout. These are our emotions. These are our go-to emotions during this quest. Oh, hey, I gotta do a dungeon. Neat. Boosh. Alright. You want Citratus? Do you want to party up, or should I do this one on my own? It's still pretty early in the day, so I shouldn't have too much problem queuing up for it, I don't reckon. Can't today. No worries! Oh, my first Heavenswood dungeon. It's fine, like I said, it's only a 4-person dungeon, and it's 9 o'clock. It should hopefully there'll be not too much of a wait. Oh, your internet's being spotty today, is it? Fair play. I wouldn't be surprised if my internet was worse than... My internet's fine, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was worse than it is, because we've had, like, really bad storms in the UK today. To the point where the big people... There's this YouTube channel called Big Jet UK that was streaming planes landing at Heathrow Airport all day today in the high winds. And it was when I started watching it, they had about 50,000 people, maybe a little under 50,000 people watching, and he had something like 45,000 subscribers. When the stream ended, I think he peaked at about 230,000 people, and he had about 210,000 subscribers, and the stream got 5.5 million views. And I was like, I was like telling people at my work, let's go. What if you're bored for things to watch today? Watch the planes landing, because it was one of those things where it's like, it was really cool just to kind of see the pilot's skill in like navigate. Like you could tell just from how the planes were moving how windy it was, because they were like the planes were really fighting to land because they wanted to just be like, well, it's windy. We want to just keep flying. So it was really interesting. I wouldn't recommend it if you're afraid of flying, let's put it that way, but it was really interesting to see to bring them down. Especially they got like these massive Qatar planes, which you got like just these massive passenger jets in Qatar, and those came down much more gracefully than they should have considering their size. Some quality pilots. Having a hard time playing on NA service on EU servers, 100% getting DC'd. Ah, that sucks. I mean, at least there's no content currently that you need to worry about, I guess, so... But, is that weather related as well, or is it just your internet being a bit dodgy? I wonder what's wrong with my face. I can't... I'm gonna do... I can't really trouble fix it. While I'm waiting, I'm still here. I'm just gonna disappear for 2 seconds. Will I just check something on VTube Studio? Because it's bugging me. Big snowstorm in Quebec. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, talking about my weather, the weather in the UK, and we've got a storm rolling in. Compared to the kind of storms you get in Quebec, it's probably a trifle, but big like 30 centimeters of snow, not that bad. Oh, only a foot of snow in the UK would shut us down. Like we wouldn't be able to cope with a foot of snow. We struggle with half a foot of snow, which I think is like the most we get at any one point. We're not built for it, but then we do only get snow maybe 2 or 3 times a year, which I'm thankful for, because the last time I went out when it snowed, I broke my arm. So I'm not big on snow. Oh, well, I'm not big on ice, but ice is often a consequence of snow. So. Huh. I wonder if they updated the... Just looking at my... I'm just trying to fix something on my model. No. Oh, hang on. Oh, is that the reason why? No. No, it's not. It's just because I pressed sit. No, that's made it worse. Hang on. Ugh. It's annoying. I just hang on. Maybe 5.5. There we go. That looks better. So I think when I upgraded... Not upgraded, when I updated... there we go. When I updated my iPad, there might have been some update to the either the camera or the face tracking software, because it doesn't normally pick up... I didn't used to be able to frown in my default pose, and now I can. I mean, I can't really do much with it, but I didn't want my resting face to be frowning, so I changed the parameters so it was always a bit smiley. I might have to tweak those a bit more tomorrow. Because the numbers haven't changed, it's just the face capture has. Maybe it's just because I trimmed my mustache. And I can actually see my top lip for a change. I don't know. It's always the way with computers, isn't it? You turn it on one day where everything works exactly fine. You turn it on the next day having changed nothing, and suddenly everything's broken. Can't win. You can't win. Well, I got another DPS. Just waiting for a tank and a healer. I think that might be. I've noticed there's the Chocobo that showed up here. Who does it belong to? Oh, there's a bunny girl in my standing next to my Chocobo. Or getting awfully close to my Chocobo. Then again, I suppose I'm standing awfully close to their Chocobo. So, Gonoril and Orosun. Maybe they're the other DPS. Oh, if they are the other DPS, they've DQ'd. Yeah. And that's why I no longer own a PC. Never have to worry about that stuff on consoles. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to play games on PC, and there's a lot of stuff like if you want to play like a modded game or something, then PC's obviously great for that. But there is just a certain relief in just being able to turn on a game and know that it'll work, and I don't have to worry about some update. Yeah, my mouth's all weird today. I can see it constantly going into frown mode, and I don't know why. There's always just some... Like, I mean, if the game's broken, it's because... If the game doesn't work, it's because the game's broken. I don't have to worry about, like, oh, my audio driver updated, and it made everything else break. Or my graphics card hasn't updated, which has made everything else break. Or DirectX has just... I don't know, shat the bed and broken everything. That sort of thing. It's just nice to be able to... I might go to Gold Saucer when I'm waiting, because I haven't done my scratch cards today. And I'll get brought back here when I finish the... I'll get brought back here once I finish the dungeon anyway. So yeah, there is a certain reassurance in just being able to just turn the game on and it'll work of consoles, but I think I would like to update my upgrade my graphics card, my PC, as a sort of like one of my next big purchases. Well, that's not good at all. Oh, damn it, Som Al. I just came to play... I just left there. Well, I got a few MGP in the brief seconds I spent. I got away from Dravania. Whee! There's a guy in chat going, go fast, go, 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 and it's like, I haven't done this dungeon before, but I have a feeling they're going to run ahead and kite everything, which is fine, I guess. It's nice to be with people who know what they're doing, I suppose. Games I play on console are a lot more fun if I could mod them. Yeah, there's certain things like I sometimes when I want to go back and play like old like PlayStation and PS2 games, if I can't get like a HD remaster on a current gen console, the temptation is to Oh, what happened? I don't have raise, do I? Do I have raise? I don't think I can raise anyway. Apparently I was the only one who survived that. Everyone else died, and I was just like, hang on. Should I try fighting these things more? The big plant in the middle needs to die faster. Summon bombs over time. Ah, okay. Good to know. I was just attacking whatever and just assuming that the guy shouting go fast, would know what he was doing. Zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm doing. What are we doing? Ow. Let's get my mana to max. I couldn't. The thing died before I could do my cool backflip away. Oh, the Drake Spur's the one that does the bombs, is it? Okay. Alright. Well, that's dead now. Rakskovnik. Alright, sure. Two of the people in my party seem to be having some kind of lover's spat in chat. Let's sprint. I guess get rid of these hornets. That's normally the way to do any boss. I mean, any boss that has hornets. Obviously, you don't need to get rid of the hornets on bosses that don't have hornets. Where's my... I can't... Did I get eaten? I did. I keep trying to do my backflip, but it doesn't want to work for some reason. Alright, well, it died. That's the important thing. A pair of Woad Skyraker's boots. Guess I'll greed those and need that. I made sure not to play FF14 on Valentine's Day, so I won't run into the flirtatious couples. Good. Good. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. Yeah. Role playing. I mean, I don't mind. You know, if people want to role play, that's fine. But when they role play in public, on like a party chat or something, I'm just like, please focus on the game. Like, I know it's unlikely that we'll die, and even if we die, there's, you know, very little consequence other than time lost. But still. There's a dragon there, but it's gone now. Oh, there it is. What are you fighting? A pyro dragon? This sounds like the perfect thing to use my fire spell against. Alright, well, it went away. Dang it. Ah, Glacier Sprite. Something I can actually use my, Ah, dang it. The backflips, I wish you could do the backflip without having a target. Because it's sometimes I really want to flip away from the enemy I just killed, and I need to have a target to flip away. It's irritating. Like, I mostly just want to do flips and cartwheels and, you know, just... Maybe not. No, I want to do cartwheels. Oh. This guy looks like if you cut his tail off, you'll get a special weapon. So that's what I want to do. Go in, do my swords, and then flip back out like a cool dude. Oh, I'm getting hit by... Okay, I think they killed the thing that was... I didn't even notice there were mobs spawning in. Hey, I got a ring! I didn't look at the loot list on this one. Before we started. Are there any good Is there any good loot on this dungeon, or is it all just kind of... I mean, not that I'm going to get it, but a wood sky warrior's pelt. Oh, greed it. Greed it. Now that you can get mounts and minions for coffers from the what are we doing? Now that you get mount and minion coffers from the grand companies, it's always worth getting the extra tickets. So greed everything, so you can sell it for monies. Well, not monies, but seals. That's the word I'm thinking of, not tickets. Hey, salutations, Frost. Yeah, they've got. They added them as part of Endwalker. They're 20,000 seals each, and you get a random. There's one that gives you a random Realm Reborn or I think Heavensward mount, and there's one that gives you a random. Stormblood? Is that the third expansion? Minion or mount? They're mostly minions, I will say. The amount of mounts you actually get in them are quite limited, but there are mounts in the coffers that you can get. So I think it's just something for people to spend their extra seals on. So oh, I thought I said the Arrow Dragon. I thought this dungeon was going to go in a weird direction all of a sudden there. Ah! Stop trying to explode me. Oh, is that the Pyro Dragon from earlier? I guess it is. Well, I can't remember which mounts it is that you can actually get in there. I remember reading when they sort of first got announced, and I think there's only like 1 or 2 mounts in each box, and the rest of it is minions. So I don't know the normal ways of getting those mounts or minions, but I don't know if it's stuff that was like at one point you could get, and then they, I don't know, deactivated it, or whether it's just, yeah, as you say, an easier way to get some of this stuff. Oh, look at this! Look at this Dark Souls boss. Yeah! Sure. Woo! Achievement. Oh, this is Tioman. I don't know why, from the name I expected a man, but it makes sense that it's a dragon, and I don't know why I would have thought it was anything other than a dragon. Wah. Ow. I hesitated on that one. Oh, that almost killed me. But I'm not dead. I will be though if someone doesn't heal me. Thank you. I just noticed there are extra wings to fight now. Ah! Cool. I think we crippled its wings. Ah, dang it. I gotta zoom out more because I can't. I keep turning up to see Tio Man. There we go. I keep looking up to see Tio Man, and I can't see the markers on the floor to show that I'm about to be hit. But, yay. Ooh, expunger. That sounds... Oh. Well, I got it, whatever it is, because I guess no one else wanted. The stuff. What the hell's an expunger? I got coffin maker too. Oh, that's a machinist gun. What was expunger? Oh, that's an archer's arm. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's cool, but I am neither of those things. Wood sky chasers. Basically, if I press recommended gear, nothing changes. So there's nothing. I didn't get anything good. Did I get anything? I don't even think I got anything I can wear. No, I got a. Well, I wouldn't want to wear that anyway. That's cool. I mean, I say that wearing the gear that I'm wearing at the moment, but, you know. There we go. Now I go get to captain with my grand company. Oh, yeah, you do need to be captain rank. I forgot about that. Yeah, they added it just as I... Oh, I got a new I've awoken another Chaos Emerald. This seems to be random. This doesn't seem to be linked to anything, but I guess just, hey, you're beating strong guys, and so your connection to Hydaelyn is retuning or something. Or maybe it's just, did I get one that I killed a dragon? What unlocked my other Chaos Emerald? Because it wasn't killing the bug man. Maybe it's just killing dragons is making me stronger. I can understand why Estinian likes it now. Yeah, but yeah, it just so happened that I reached captain as about the time they added them to the Grand Company, so it was nice timing. Unfortunately, I spent all of my seals on the rapier that I'm currently using because it's cool. So I haven't actually bought any, but if I recall, you only get mounts for minions you don't already own. Oh, that's good. No risk of getting a dupe. Does that mean that once you've got all of the minions and mounts that are in that box, you can't buy them anymore? Because that'd be neat, if so. Jack. Hello. Don't worry about me. I was just in my what do they call it? Brain palace? Yeah. 'Twould seem Tierman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. Oh, wow, fuck all good you are, Estinian. What is happening? Oh, look at this Toonie. Oh, my arm is pulsing. I can feel the hidden power inside me emanating. Nidhogg, he roars. Oh, he's such a Toonie. I love him. He knows we are here, then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. A yes or no would have sufficed, Estinian, you friggin' drama edgelord. Fear not, I am yet my own master. Oh, he's great. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end? In fairness, there was no, attempt by Alisei to, talk Tiamat out of attacking us or anything.
Of some
it just fought us.
Perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds.
No idea. I mean, it makes sense.
Where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years.
Can't quite get out the way of the subtitles. Oh well. Hey, the churning mists. I knew this was coming up because I checked the main story quest list. Hence the stream title. Neat. I'd hope that if once you've run out, it stops you from buying any more, because it'd be kind of galling to spend 20,000 seals on a box and then try and use it, and it just goes, nah, you can't have this. We have reached it at last. The peak of Som Al. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all Eorzea. I thought it cold in Caerthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. It's a good job you're dressed appropriately and don't have your entire midriff exposed, like some rave club dancer. Osh. Oh, that was tuning the Aether Current lets you better understand this area's movement of the winds. Indeed it does. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. That's just a random Moogle flying around. I like the Moogle song. It's very Nightmare Before Christmas. What manner of creature is that? Oh, has Ysayle never seen a Moogle before? Jack, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? Yeah. It was my understanding they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly, that seems like a leap in logic, but okay. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Yeah, I know Moogles are rare and they hide. I suppose, yeah. I sort of lose sight of that because they're everywhere. But yes, you are right that they do. I mean, even the post-Moogles aren't normally seen by people. I guess it's just because, like I said, you see them everywhere. On close inspection, the stone appears with a large horn. Perhaps if you were to blow into one of the holes, it would summon a chocobo. Again, I feel like this is a leap in logic, but yes. I mean, I wouldn't. Oh, I feel like there should be something here. Maybe there will be. Wait, hang on. Is this a seesaw? Is this like a Moogle play park or something? That's definitely a Moogle seesaw. Bah, he's gone, Jack. We must widen our search. I shall widen it over here. Oh. There's destinations, and then there's etheric disturbances. Nearby air appears warped. You sense the concealing magics are at work. Oh, is this area like filled with NPCs and they're just hiding? I have heard tales of these Moogles, but it's the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. And then you suggest in, I just want to squish its big, white, puffy cheeks. What? I can't find a creature adorable? I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of these strange plants shifting in a breeze. Estinian said disappointing. Wanted to smush its little adorable poms. Well, I have searched everywhere, Alphino. And you watched me. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Yeah. I feel like we didn't actually accomplish anything there, so it's weird that they consider that quest complete. I guess I get some piety materia. Oh, I should probably slot some materia into this new armor that I've bought. Not that I need the extra bump in stats, but I guess I'm going to be wearing it for a while. Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I am certain his Valga would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces, then? Lady Ysayle, might I ask you question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try. Yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Jack, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Moogle Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Nod. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Jack, let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Nofika's altar. But I neglected to tell you. There's an aetheryte of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. I think I attuned to it. I definitely meant to attune to it. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% confident I did. That's not, well, I accidentally summoned a new minion. So I guess now we have, oh, it's the little Christmas Yeti. Well, that's fine. Yes, I do have the churning mists, that's fine. So we want to go to Gridania. I love that I just spawn in. It's just these two people are trying to do a lovely violin performance. And then there's just this guy with his horn. Oh, Gridania. I recognise the song as well. It was I do recognise the song. I just can't remember. I don't remember any of the lyrics. Dang it! I do know the song. It's the most irritating when it's a song I completely don't recognise. It doesn't bother me, but when it's a song that I kind of recognise but I can't remember the lyrics to, it's so much worse. If I could just remember one line from it, I could Google it. Ah, dang it. That's going to bug me for the rest of the stream now. I sent word to Elder Seedsir upon arriving in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you're familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance. I am, because... yeah, I keep making jokes about their name being contradictory. The Elder Seedsir awaits you. Pray follow me. Because she's the silent conjurer, but she just whispers. Hey, Canny Senna. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. Oh yeah, I suppose we haven't seen Canny since the banquet, where we got arrested, arrested / killed / kidnapped. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedsir, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. Dragons. I see. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the churning mists. Kupo, I say, Kupo. 'Tis me, a Moogle. Kupo. Greetings, Kuplakop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Canny, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I'll gladly tell you all I know. Though it amounts to precious little, we encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds. Indeed there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah, yes, the tale of good King Mogulmod XII. May his beautiful little pom fill our dreams with happiness. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. I do remember that, them saying that, actually. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the churning mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history has faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphano, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of churning mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. I think it was Coldplay. I was thinking of Coldplay, but then the other thing I could think of was I will try to fix you, and then that's not the song. But I don't know any other Coldplay songs. Oh, is it? I don't think it is this, but just to get it out of my head. No, it's not this. I was thinking of the human from the Killers, but it's not that either. Yeah, it's not that. I'm so bad at music. Yeah, I read that. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. I have such tiny hands. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us then. Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Trials Woods is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse the chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. I knew they were going to do that. Like, no, you can't leave. You're frail and dainty. My lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the 7th dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. So yeah, but we're going to have to escort you. And there's like loads of dragons and stuff. Is this not just? Ah, that's a cool salute. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honoured by your presence. Speak with Alphano. Ah, he's over here. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Som Al. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, but... I mean, like I said, we did still have to fight a lot of dragons on the way over. But, you know, hey, it's not my problem. Oh, this is very pretty, actually, now that I have a look at it. Ooh. Oh, look at that pom flower that's broken free of the world. Oh. As a dandelion myself, these pom flowers, they speak to me. Just come back and find the Moogles have already revealed themselves to Estinian. He's like, I don't know why, but they really like me. They just revealed themselves to me. We didn't need to do any of that. Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg has not stirred. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. The elder seat seer herself away answers your call. Then there is naught to do but wait. That's a mount. Oh, what? The pom flower is a mount. Oh, I gotta get that. They are here, Jack. Hello, we've just phased into existence. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'twould seem the dragons have abandoned Som Alv for the churning mists. Oh, I gotta get that mount then. Elder Seatseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Asia Dragoon. 'Tis an honour to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. You're very tall. God damn it, Festinian. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. I like that she only brought two people, two bodyguards with her. I like the idea that they brought more, but they lost them on the way. And Elfina's just like, yes, it was mercifully uneventful. Only 6 of her guards died. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Kan-E Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. There's a flashlight and a can of beans. Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. Oh, they can't possibly be bad guys. Look at that horn sound and these sparkles. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. It's a big Moogle. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honour to meet you. Greetings, I am Butler Costume, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that pom is unmistakable, and your voice is incredibly similar to mine. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here among the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hilsvelga, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Kan-E Senna, based on nothing. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. Okay, I guess that's something. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, we hid because we smelled dragon blood. Just the warrior of light and Estinian look at each other just like, oh, yeah, we should have washed our clothes, sorry. We killed so many dragons on the way over here. These skies are home to many, many dragons. Slightly fewer now. While some crave peace, such as Felsvelga, Many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happier home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Jack here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. Like he wanted a mount or like a fancy piece of clothing or something, or a card. Sometimes it's just for a trading card. Really? Sometimes he has just done a dungeon because he wanted the card off of it. It's like, ah, yes, noble ambition indeed. He is the champion of the 12-wood Moogles, and our not here is good name slandered. The other one, though, I've never met, so fair play. We can ask him to leave. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? Yeah, and entertainment, yeah. So sometimes you just kill dragons for fun. It's, you know, they don't have the internet in Eorzea, so you've got to make your own entertainment sometimes. An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mockholm. Hospitality of Mockholm, even, not hospitality. That's not a word. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it would be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. I wonder how the King Moogles get so big. Do they just take on a lot of water? Or is it like Dark Souls, where they've absorbed the souls of lots of other Moogles and become strong? Yeah, because this one's quite big as well. But this one's tiny. Oh. I need to speak with Moglin, who's up here. Tell me, in the world down below, do all your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. You also sound different from each other as well. How do you not tell the difference? I don't know how that works. Moogle kind's weird. What was it Kuplo Cop called you again? What was it Kuplo Cop called you again? I'm Jack Dandy, Warrior of Light. Jack! Your name's as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who would administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. We'll do some stuff. I'll do some work for some Moogles. Why not? The Trials of Trustworthiness. Oh, it's the tiny Moogle. Oh. I don't think I'm going to get any weapons that I actually use. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to think of a voice for this one. Hello, yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Mockholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial, yes. Go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Il Tom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. Alright, that seems pretty straightforward. I think your sail's just standing over here just going, I really want to hug them, but they won't let me. Oh, she is! So exceedingly fluffy. Oh, your sail's amazing. She kind of reminds me of Robin from One Piece. Just like really stoic and cold-hearted on the outside, but on the inside she's just going like, that is adorable and I want to smush it. Yeah, none of these weapons are any good. I mean, I guess I could get the grimoire for my... my maths wizard. It's a nice one, but I have better looking grimoires anyway. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know, I am the fluffiest, most enchanted creature you've ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Then bring me their corpses. Actually, do I have a Moogle? I do have a Moogle. There we go. Seems like an appropriate minion to have on this mission. There we go. What have you got? Rod. Ooh. Oh, wait. Hard silver rapier. I think I already have one of these. I think I bought... I have a hard silver foil, which is better. I mean, I'll take a hard silver rapier. Let's see what it looks like. Not better than my one that I have at the moment, but I mean, it's nice that there's a red mage reward. More than I was expecting. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. 4? Man. You must find it. Question the masses. So, surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colour and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Alright, well, these seem reasonably... I feel like they've set the bar quite low for these quests, but... Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Oh, okay. I like that the Moogles aren't afraid to smack-talk each other. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day! If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just laying around to spend on such luxuries? Oh, no. Now we have competition. We'll have to kill the Moogle if he finds it first. I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Som El's summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Alright. I wonder what Estinian's up to. Just real quick. The Fury take these ridiculous flying rodents. Oh, he's great. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Yes, now you mention it. I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem, the second part of your trial commences. Go, adventure, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Up here? Yeah. This looks about right. Oh, I was about to say, oh, there's an aetherite crystal up here as well. I just realised, oh no, this is just the entrance. I understand now. Alright, Moggy. Oh, I can't. I need to actually go higher as well. So I was right as well. It is a Moogle seesaw. Ooh. I haven't bought a level 60 weapon, if there is one. Oh, so I can just buy the... Oh, they don't actually have the rapier here. No, I mean, I don't have the money to buy any of this stuff anyway, but... Always on the junk. Always on the junk. That's my center of gravity. Oh, those are interesting glasses. But, no. There we go. Okay, how do I get up from here? Is there a path around the side? No. They did say the back exit, so maybe there's a way up there from... Maybe there's another entrance or exit, depending on whether you're coming or going, I suppose. Is that an... Yeah, that looks like it could be a ramp. Let's try that. That would make sense, because it is right next to him. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, maybe it's not. Wait, no, it is. There's an aether current here as well. Look at that. This, I feel, probably would be a useful place to unlock flying in. But I also feel like it's one of those places I'm probably just going to quickly pass through and not be here for too long, like the last place. Ah, there we go. What is... Oh, I thought this was a man wearing a giant Moogle costume. Like a giant Moogle head. But it is just a pile of rocks with a pom on top of it. I need to make sure I don't accidentally throw myself into a... Okay, no, that's fine. I wasn't sure if there was a gap there. So I need to make sure I don't accidentally throw myself into a ravine or something. But we're good. Yeah, this would definitely be a good level to have flying unlocked on. I can tell already. Ah, there's the stone. Bosh. Okay, well that's that one done. Let's head to the next one. Ankles. Now I just need nothing to attack me for a few seconds while I heal. What am I supposed to be doing here? Not killing you, but... Because I broke my ankle, it's probably not smart for me to ignore it, because, well, that's how you die, isn't it? I sense a hostile presence. I wonder what that could be. What a mystery. gosh. Oh, there's more. This is a bull Archaeosaur. It's smaller than the other one, though. There we go. You'll need to do daily quests in the zone to get the mounts. You'll have to get flying. Oh, okay. Oh, it's... Oh, is it the mount you get for doing the Moogle... Do the Moogles count as a beast clan, then, in this? I guess they must. Well, that's fine. I feel more... I'm more enthusiastic about getting the Moogle mount if it's a big dandelion than the weird mosquito mount that the Vath have. Don't get me wrong, the Vath are cool, but I googled their mosquito mount after you mentioned it last week, and yeah. Let's just say I'm not going to go out of my way anytime soon for it. Where's this bloody cloud's breath? Cloud's breath. So I'm wondering if it's up here. Again, yeah, flying would be super useful to have here. Right, Mist Blast. Mist Blasts. Moogle is a crafting beast tribe. Okay. I don't know where... I'm trying to see if I can see it from up here, but I don't see the sparkles anywhere. Get the dandelion and the Moogle dance. Ah, that just sweetens the deal. Like I said, I'm feeling more enthusiastic about doing the Moogle quests. Even if I have to pick up a new, stupid thing. Oh no, it's going away, it's going away. Even if I have to pick up a new crafting job. Because the only crafting job I've got is the culinarian. So unless it happens that the culinarian's enough to do it, I'm gonna have to pick up something new. But that's fine. Like I said, if I can get a dandelion. And a dance. Always happy to have a new dance. Not that I ever use them, but they're useful for thumbnails. Where is this last... This last one, this Cloud's Breath one, is actually a decent test, because I can't find the friggin' thing. It must be over this way. Or tucked in... behind a rock somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's hiding in this bush. There we go. Suppose I might as well mount up. Drive my car, but I have to obey the very strict speed limit that the Moogles have set. Whee! Can't drive my car off the edge. That'll ruin the suspension. I just want to enjoy the music for a little bit longer. There we go. Alright, Mog. Win. Sorry, I just walked a bit too close to you. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? I didn't really look at it, but... yeah. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Mowgli will hear of this valorous deed. Honestly, I think I'd rather have... I mean, I'll take it. Why not? Let's see if it is actually how it compares to what I've currently got. It is exactly the same, I think. Vitality 52 the same, slightly more intelligence. Oh, much better direct hit rate, but critical hit instead of spell speed. And it's got materia slots. So maybe I should swap it out. 65, 74.45. The same strength. Yeah. Is it recommended? It does recommend it. It's good for it. Oh, it looks better now that I can see it in person. Although I'm not a big fan of the hand guard on it, but it's decent. I'll glamour it next time I slap a glamour on. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Alright, from you I'll take the materia. Do you have any trouble finding Cloud's breath? Slightly. I do need it quite urgently, you know. But, hey, oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my pom tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your pom losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. I can increase its length and girth by up to 20%, Kupo. Just click this link. You complete the Trials of Trustworthiness. Return to Chieftain Moglin and await his judgment. Chieftain Mogling, I await your judgment. Jack, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the Trials of Trustworthiness administered by the Taskmasters Moghan, Mogbug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Oh, I need to actually go and gather everyone. I thought we were going to fade to black. Are these trials over, then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Moggle XII. May his tiny feet allure us for indefinitely, and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. I like how often they say full. in Final Fantasy XIV dialogue. Like, full well and full ego and full medal panic. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Jack, no matter. What is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting, then. Oh, you little tsundere. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Mooglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. Flutter! And the stadium's just like, these creatures are ridiculous. Dandelion. Shoveling snow at minus 20 degrees while wearing shorts was not your smartest decision. No, I would say not. I mean, the only way you can make that worse is if you were wearing flip-flops with socks. I'll go your trials, Warrior of Light. I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our hosts seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favoured such attacks. 'Twas meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Caracul lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Jack. I like not this place. It is too silly for me. I need somewhere with lots of Gothic architecture and dark corners I can brood in. I keep getting glitter on myself here. Do you know how hard it is to get glitter off of dragoon armor? It's a goddamn nightmare. Oh, you didn't have socks either. I don't know if that makes the flip-flops better or worse in this case. I just like flip-flops with socks. It's a fashion choice that I am here for. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labours proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Heralska could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass that time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Damn, we've been outsmarted by a Moogle. Ah. How does he fold his arms like that without poking himself, I wonder? Oh dear! The horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! That's ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous here. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the great worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Morkan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hraelsvelgr. Very possibly, yes. But I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, anyone. Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hraelsvelgr will welcome our overtures. Based on very little, again. Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we have squandered enough time already. I tire of these ridiculous creatures. And their poms. And their glitter. Estienne looks over his shoulder and goes, no one followed me. Now I just look like an idiot. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moghome your home amongst the clouds. I've always wanted a holiday home with a view. Oh, they're adorable. Adorable and ridiculous. Mokan! Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt we've ever found the time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting around and a little more time chieftaining, things would have never gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, Kupo? Indeed. Oh, I keep forgetting to eat. I've got an inventory full of food that I keep cooking as a culinarian. I never eat any of it. Well, I expect you to be on your way. Did you mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I went and just outside stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Oh, you're gonna, like, carry us? So I think, just because he's got the blue above his head... Oh, maybe not. Or maybe I need to do the mission before he'll... whatever. No, if there is a triple triad person here, they probably won't fight me until I've either done their side quest or done the Moogle quests. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Oh, only a true master of edgelords could pull off not poking himself. Yeah, I think that's how Batman did it. I think he had to train for a very long time with ninjas to learn not to poke himself with his own, like, wrist spikes. Alphino, Jack, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for you and your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your present Butler Costume that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the Sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Hilsvalga awaits. Nod. Oh, Kenny's going to give me some words of wisdom. Warrior of light, pray tend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. What do you mean unseen? He's like surging with angst. Like if angst had physical form, it'd be dripping off of him. He would be like gross and slimy. I mean, maybe he is under that armor. We don't know. We can only see a very tiny bit of his face. I'm lazy. I will spend the 100 gil to just teleport up here. There. That saved me a good 20 seconds. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed? I'm just going to end the sentence there. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. Ooh, new clothes that I can't wear. Alright, because I'm getting some more silver pieces. As Chieftain Moglen already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hilsvalga's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big place, the big palace. The big place and the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Assar. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. I thought Estinian's job was to take care of all the rampaging dragons. Obviously didn't do a very good job. Alright, what have I got two of? Skill speed, that'll work. Let's ride. Do, 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 do. Would have been nice if they'd given the black chocobo a remix for Heavensward, but it's fine. Never get tired of the chocobo theme. I see some angry dragons up ahead. Hang on, I can't. There we go. Test out my new sword. Yeah, that works. That works a treat. Gosh. Hey, what level is Augustus these days? I still rank 5. Man, it takes so long to level them up. I guess it's because I'm fighting in it. It's because I'm over leveled, and we're not fighting. You never get to fight in the levels. I need to farm some fates at some point, so that he can actually get some proper experience. Oh well. I'll get that chocobo costume one day. I have seen a good alternative to the chocobo costume, which is the Butler costume from the Square store, which I've been meaning to buy because it's quite similar to my actual clothes, but dyed in yellow. So it's like a gentlemanly chocobo. Which I can get on board with. Like a kind of chocobo mask style thing. I feel like I got to put the chocobo rapier to good use at some point. There we go. Oh, it's an ice dragon in waiting. Oh. Oh, and 2 moss dragons in waiting. I hope we don't ruin their wedding day. How inconsiderate of us. You are dead. There's Moogle costume, frog, pig, chicken, chocobo, and fat chocobo. Yeah, I've seen I've seen a couple of people dressed as frogs and things, and the Moogle, and I think I've seen all of them by this point. The thing is that I'd want the weapon to match, and I do have a Moogle grimoire which I got from fighting King Mogglemog, and King Mogglemog the 12th. May his fetid aroma keep us up at night, and so I could have a Moggle. I did sort of consider if there's a pig weapon and a chicken weapon and a frog weapon. I think there's a cactuar weapon, but there's no cactuar costume yet. But I could just have a whole array of animal-based final forms for the different jobs, based on costumes and weapons that were available. So have a chocobo final red mage final form, and then have a Moogle final form scholar or summoner, probably is what I'd go for. There's a Cactuar Mountain dance, though. I have the Cactuar dance, which is why it's upset. That's the thing. There's a Cactuar. I'm pretty sure there's a Cactuar weapon, and there's a Cactuar dance, but there's no Cactuar costume. The best you can do is just kind of get a green costume, which is why it's disappointing. But you know, they could always add one. Things were a bit bitey there for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. I mean, it's probably because we're with Estinian. It's always easy to just blame him for everything. A Raimi robe of casting. Well, that's kind of dandy. I like the neckerchief, like scarf thing. That's quite cute. Oh, I'll get that. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen the weapon or if I've got the weapon. I think I've seen it on someone. But yes, absolutely. I paid for this a while back. I don't remember why. I have the Cactuar minion as well. Where is it? I'm sure I've. Oh yeah, there it is. Senya's. I forget that it only loops when you're in photo mode. Oh, that's great. I think playing with the guy covered in tens of thousands of dragons below is pretty acceptable. Exactly. Like, he was literally killing dragons like an hour ago. So, again, Estinian's fault. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Helsvalger invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Can we not just, like, stand upwind and blow and then just, like, get the wind to take it? Like, get the wind to carry the, No, I'm not seeing any triple triad there, people. Always on the lookout, always on the lookout. Get the wind to sort of carry the tune. We can summon dragons from across Eorzea that we don't even need. Oh, I'm almost 61 as well. I just noticed that. I think when I hit 90, I think I've said this before, but when I hit 90 with the red mage, I think I will switch to a different class rather than keep using the red mage. Possibly samurai, but I think I need to look up what that actually entails. It's a weird amphitheater. Oh, amphitheater. Okay. I thought I said amphitheater, and I was just looking at like, that's not what an amphitheater is. Or it's a weird name for a dragon. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Caerthus. Look at Alphino, the child who's picked up a new skill and wants to show off to his adult friends. Clear our minds. 'Tis Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Jack, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Aw, Estinian. You do care. It's like, yes, I don't want to see the child die. Call me an old softy. I know what he's really after. He just wants some alone time with his cell. This should be fine. Can I not? Come on, there's a rock down there. Wait, hang on. Can I? Oh, there's a gap. That's why it won't let me. I hurt my ankles for nothing. Let's go round the long way. Like some kind of loser. I mean, Alphino walked past quite a lot of trees. I know the dragon's just wagging his tail like a happy dog. Oh. I was expecting to get tracked by a dragon. Call me crazy. Oh, Lower Skylord, I have no time for you. You'd make a cool mount, I suppose, but that's true of a lot of enemies in this game. Not this thing, actually. I don't want to ride this thing. I think even if the big tree thing was available as a mount, I would intentionally deselect it somehow so that I didn't have to use it. Ah, that's not true. If it had, even if it's a shitty mount, if it's got music attached to it, I'd use it. Speaking of. Oh. I keep getting attacked by fates and things. It's interrupting my mount music. I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has a pot with what look like stew ingredients ready for the fire. She's like, oh no, I was going to eat these carrots and potatoes raw, but I mean, I guess I could chop them up and boil them. Look at how Estinian sits. Oh, he's great. My sunglasses. Or my mask. How dare you take it off. Ah, few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to yourself with a pile of damp leaves. I know, it's shocking revelation that the warrior flight has a face. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and alongside my twin became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. We don't talk about my sister. She's off doing something with Bahamut, but we haven't really engaged with that part of the game. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. 'Twas only upon meeting Hilsvalga that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance that the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. It's a pretty deep conversation we're having over a campfire. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. And now I'm... older. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have laboured. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. Stick. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. Which doesn't sound that impressive when you say it. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hilsvalga of the righteousness of your cause. Oh, the Moogle Beast Tribe quests are about rebuilding these ruins with the dragons. Ah, that's neat. Does that actually have? Is it just like? Is that just flavor, or does it actually have an effect on the overworld? Like, do any of these ruins actually get fixed up? Because that'd be cool. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. It has an effect. Neat. Well, like I said, I would definitely do them because I want the mount and the dance and the triple triads. So, well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. You rebuild the amphitheatre next year. Ah, neat. It's like everyone awake. Yes, the sound of you leveling up would have woken the dead. It's like, sorry. So I just get really excited when I can feel my experience has grown. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Helsvalga back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now. If it's all the same to you, good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. Thanks, Markan. Gonna need to get some more Geishel greens at some point. I should really invest in the ones that increases XP, rather than just the sort of bog standard Geishels, but they're expensive. I suppose I could probably get some seeds and grow my own though. Might have to look into doing that. I do have an apartment that's just sitting there doing nothing at the moment, other than housing my wonky bed. I do like the idea of, like, you see ruins in a lot of fantasy games, but very rarely do they ever go, should we fix some of this? Because this looks lovely. This is, you never really get any, like, what's the word? Not architects, but archaeologists. Who are just like, yes, let's restore these statues and ruins to their former glory. There's multiple ruins you rebuild in FF14. Oh, excellent. That's the thing I like about FF14. There's a little something for everyone. If you're an archaeologist, you can rebuild ruins. If you're a fisherman, you can go fishing. If you like cooking, you can be a culinarian. Something for everyone. If you have a gambling addiction, you can play Triple Triad. And the lottery. And the scratch cards. And all the other ways you can gamble. Although the gambling... Because most of the time you always win more than you pay. So it's not really gambling. It's more like... It's just a guaranteed prize, but it's just you might get a bigger prize. Yeah. The gold saucer wouldn't really do very well in real life. Oh, you rebuild a country in Stormblood. Oh, that's cool. You build a neighborhood in Heavenswood as well. I should really... I at some point should probably go back and engage with the Beast quests in the Realm Reborn as well, just for the lore. But also, I think there are Triple Triad NPCs that are locked behind the Beast quests, which I obviously haven't done because I haven't been doing the Beast quests. Because from what I understand, they're all pretty easy, especially now that I'm over-leveled for Realm Reborn. And it's just a case of... Now that I finished the leveling up my Grand Company as well, I don't have any reason to do any of the dailies there. Well, other than to get seals for coffers, but... Oh, the next housing zone was built by players. That's pretty cool. I like that, how there's an effect on the world like that. It's good that I can translate dragon. I guess maybe that's Midgard Zommer's influence. I rebuild a country's castle town. That's still neat. Look at this dude. Oh, it's...
Graysvelga.
Isn't this the big dragon from Neverending Story? Shouldn't he be longer and fluffier?
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Graysvelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva. But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Oh yeah, he ate her, didn't she? Didn't he? Yeah, it's not actually Shiva, is it? It's just a... Important lore here, by the way. Okay, I'll pay attention more than I normally do.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
What about Estinian? You can't love a dragon. Yeah, they've said that before, haven't they, with primals? It's not, you're not actually bringing back like Ramu or whatever. You're just bringing back the idea of the primal to the people who were summoning it, which is why some of them are angry and some of them are benevolent, because like the forest spirits, the sprites, whatever they're called, the Ramu that they summoned was largely just kind of like largely chill because they weren't warlike, but then the ones that they did summon were a bit more aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Shade conjured by there, no fancy. I actually had this thought after I finished last week about the primals, because they've shown that with Gilgamesh, they've shown that someone can summon a single person, and with Shiva, a single person can summon a primal if they sort of have enough faith in themselves. So I just thought, well, if someone has like an absurd amount of self-confidence, could they summon themselves as a primal or transform into a primal version of themselves by accident if they're surrounded by enough crystals? And that just got me thinking, could Hildebrand summon a version of himself or transform into a primal version of himself that is as strong and as competent as he believes in himself to be? Because that could be... He could become the warrior of light level strength with that much self-confidence. Up to this point, it's not said word for word that the things summoned are soulless and have no will of their own. Oh, okay. I thought it was mentioned with the King Mogul mod stuff, but maybe I was wrong. I thought that was where they learned that, because the Mughals were, well, at least Kuplo was like, well, all of our tales about King Mogulmog says that he's like benevolent and he wouldn't attack anyone, so I don't think this is actually King Mogulmog that they've summoned. At least try to summon their gods because they don't know this. Yeah, so they I guess most people think that it is. But I'm sure they mentioned... as you say, maybe they just hinted towards it during the Mogulmog stuff. But, it's not the real one, yeah.
I'm for is ale
Yeah, doesn't that like the show? I think maybe Midgard's armor also hinted towards it. I'm trying to remember what he said. There was something about, because he was talking about the primal. He was the one who was complaining about the primals and the 12, and saying about how there was no difference. I think. Nah.
Then the spirit that answered me.
I mean, it doesn't change the fact you can still change into a cool ice lady. It's
Be
just...
that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far.
Yeah. Like, just because it's not the real ice lady you're transforming into doesn't make it any less of a cool ice lady.
We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Oh yeah, I forget that the Ashians are the one who keep showing people how to summon the primals. So they must know that it's not real. Am I going to echo this dragon? I thought that was the whole point of me coming up here, or part of the point. Gods are corrupted, yeah, and this is the bit where they 100% confirm that no one is summoning gods. Okay, cool. Well, that's I got spoiled on it by something or from like googling things, but that's cool to have it confirmed. They summon monsters in the shape of their gods, yeah. So, but I wonder if knowing that. Like, now that Iceheart knows that, does that mean she can no longer summon Shiva because she no longer has the sort of faith that it's actually Shiva, and so because she doesn't believe in it anymore, it won't work. So maybe she can't. Maybe that's why she was sad, because she can't summon Shiva anymore. It's like Santa. He only delivers presents to you if you believe in him. And then when you stop believing in him, he stops delivering the presents. And retroactively, he changes your memory so that it was always your parents giving you presents. That's how he works. Because he's magic. Isn't Ratatoska a squirrel? Not a dragon. Am I remembering that wrong? Maybe that's Ratataska. Nah. Yeah, I can imagine being pretty annoyed at having your sister's eyes torn out. Well, brood sister, but you know, same thing. Good strength. Even though I labour to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. I mean, I can understand why they did it if it gave them strength beyond that of mortal men, but yeah. Siren requires a lot of energy and a strong wish. Faith is an easy way to channel a lot of people towards the same wish. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If surely Iceheart could only, Ysael could only turn into Shiva because she believed it was actually Shiva. And now that she knows that it isn't, she would have lost her faith. And so can't transform anymore. Unless she still can. But I would assume that she couldn't, just based on the rules that I know. So Ratatoska's from Norse mythology. She was a Valkyrie. No, Ratatoska's a... Maybe it's slightly different. I thought Ratatoska was the squirrel that ran up and down Yggdrasil. I don't know much about Norse mythology. Yeah, Ratatoska, Norse mythology. Ratatoska squirrel runs up and down the world tree Yggdrasil to carry messages between the eagle perched atop Yggdrasil and someone else. And the serpent Nidhogg, which I'm guessing is Nidhogg. Yes, it's spout in Norse. Okay, so in this they've turned the squirrel into a dragon. That makes sense. Oh, and I meet one of their grandchildren. Fair play. Yeah, because I thought it was the squirrel, because I'm pretty sure, well, I know for definite, in God of War, you get Ratatoska as a summon, and it yells obscenities at things when you summon it. It's great. He's like incredibly rude and surly. I knew about him before then, but recently is the sort of more recent thing that I remember Ratatoska from. Oh, he's missing an eye as well.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Yeah, but that's what people always do. They always like tell the story from their point of view, and in their point of view, they're always, or rarely, the bad guys. It's always like, yeah, no, we were totally on the right side here. Look at all these reasons. Ignore this stuff. We won't teach you this stuff. But the dragons, they were evil. Surely I can just use the echo to like see what actually happened.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Ah.
then the seed lies within us.
So that's why the heretics can turn into dragons then, because they can drink dragon's blood and activate their latent Ratatasker genes. That makes sense.
Gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
Oh, so is the implication that some of the dragons we've been killing are people turned into dragons? I mean, considering the dragons are sentient, I guess that doesn't really matter. Whether they're dragons or people, they're still a sentient race, and we should still feel bad about killing them either way, I feel.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
I mean, you're honestly really making it sound like the only way we're going to do this is if we kill Nidhogg. Oh, so we just make him fall in love with a human woman and then feed her to him. Ah, excellent. Tartaru, we have a job for you. I'm just looking for the cutscene later on where we yeet the Lalafell into the mouth of the dragon. Just be like, the war has been saved. Ended. Stopped. I've saved is the wrong word. Cool. Helsvagr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. Ah, misliked, that's a good word. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Like I said, let's seduce Nidhogg. We'll get Tataru to get him. We'll get Tataru to get him drunk. She's good at that. She can handle her drink. Get him drunk. Get a sort of lovey-dovey mood going, and then feed Tataru to Nidhogg. It's a perfect plan. It can't fail. Trust me. I'm the warrior of light. Failing that, I'll just fight
Well,
Nidhogg.
what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
Yeah, I mean, Hraesvelgr really pretty much did say exactly that. That literally, you cannot do anything to stop him. You just have to. You're gonna have to just either die or kill him.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
Hey, finally someone's relying on me.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
I mean, it wouldn't make your Asia Dragoon's title make any more sense if it did.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Again, Anistinian walks away, and you just go, "No, we like her. We'll go. We'll we'll go and comfort her." And he's like, "God damn it! Why does no one follow me when I walk away haughtily?" So has she left the party? What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? And there's the gentlemanly Lalafell just standing here now. Excellent. Right, where are we going? Where? Oh. We're being attacked by another dragon. Indeed we are. forgetting that the field dragons aren't really that strong. No matter. Where's the next? Up here. Man. This place needs more Aetheryte shards to attune to. Although I'm slightly faster, so I must have got the mount speed increase in this area already. I don't feel as slow as I was... as I have been. I do like the music from the back of this horse. It does kind of sound like a daytime soap opera. Like one of those ones set in like... I'm trying to think, like a teenage adventure series or something, you know. But like one of the weird foreign ones from Australia. I know what I mean. That's the important thing. Well, it's the landlord colony. That's where landlords come from. I'll have to go around this map and clear out all of the fog of war at some point. But today is not that day. Oh, there is an Aether current here. Kill the landlord's colony. It's free real estate. You're not wrong. Hey! Finally fighting stuff that's actually strong enough for us to get the Bosom Buddies challenge. Still rank 5 though. Man, the amount of XP, like getting you to level 10 is a ball ache enough. I can't imagine you getting to level 20. Knowing that I have to get you a friggin' onion each time I get you to level you up each time. Oh, there's a quest to give around here. Ah, Tissamoogle. A moon-eyed Moogle, even. Well, again, that'll be a problem for later.
Is that it?
It's hard to tell whether you were saying, is that it? Or is that really it? Is this it? I mean, it's just a big purple cloud of electric gas.
That would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
It's not normally like that then.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Oh, we're gonna have to go get some more
Mayhap it is time we
attuned.
called upon Master Garland.
Yes, okay, we are gonna
Could
have
be
to do
just
that.
like the good old days,
That's
no?
fine. Is that it? A little disappointing, isn't it? Exactly. You expect a dragon's... I expect a dragon's lair just to be a cave in the side of a mountain, not a floating ball of gas. Dragons. Ooh. Yay. I feel like Sid is going to grow tired of us, though. Because it's like... Oh! You've come to say hello. How are you? Oh, you need an airship again. Oh, okay. You guys never come to say hello to me just because you want to say hello. It's always because you want an airship or something. Oh. Oh, bye then. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. I can jump high, but I can't jump that high. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link, Per, when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renette's Forum, Jack. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid's will still be in Ishgard. Alright, so Estinian's just going to stand here with his arms folded now for the next couple of weeks while we figure this out. Oh, I keep accidentally summoning. Oh, it's fine. I got my melon. Where are we going? Was it Ishgard exactly that we wanted to go to? Yes. Indeed it was. Alright. Bye, Estinian. It's fine. He likes being on his own. He can do some lovely brooding. He can do some top quality brooding on his own down there. Thinking about it. While I'm here. I bought the level 60 armor, but I never bought the level 60 weapon, if there is one. God damn it, Edgel, just say you don't want to die like a normal human being. This is why I expected him and Isali to get on, because they're both just like well, they're in a sort of war, they won't they, you know, they hate each other, so they're obviously going to love each other at the end, type sitcom, rom-com type relationship. But also, they're both just massive tsunderes. It's like, I did not kill that dragon for you. I did it for my own. I did it for my own benefit. Oh, that is actually. I mean, yeah, it's clearly better than what I've got. Vitality, intelligence, spell speed, critical hit. Yeah. And I can afford it. The strong go stronger. Yeah, I'm not too fond of these rapiers with the big hand guard on them. They look a bit silly. But it's fine. I like the gem though. It's got like those little wings on it. Oh no, they're like shields, I guess. I guess this is the sword that goes with this armor, probably. I don't know. Regardless, I am strong. Is it the jeweler that I need to speak to for... No. Though... No, not the earrings, because I've got the Endwalker pre-order earrings still. How do these compare to what I've currently got? Oh, okay, they're slightly better. Why is the necklace that I've got so bad? Did I accidentally give away the good necklace that I had? Level 17. I think I may have accidentally given away... Why am I wearing such a rubbish necklace? I've surely picked up something better than that by now. Yeah, why am I wearing this? Oh, those I can't wear for level 70 or 80. I mean, I don't use Mind or Piety, but it's still better than the +1. Well, I suppose I can just... How much is it? 15? How much money have I got? 19. Hang on. Where are all these? Yeah, I don't know why I'm suddenly so frowny. This shouldn't be my default face. I shall have to tweak the settings. That didn't give me as much money as I thought it was going to. That only gave me 32,000. Okay, it might be enough. 15. Yeah, because I'm not buying earrings, because I'm pretty sure the earrings I've got are better. Yeah. Yeah, item level 430. Slightly better. But everything else... No, don't try on. Just item comparison. That's definitely better. Okay, well that is better, but not as huge a jump better, but still better. And then yeah, same again. There. Do I need 2 rings? I probably need 2 rings. I have no money. Okay, we'll have 2 rings. We should have 1 ring. That's fine. The ring, at least, I don't... Yeah, this is still fine. I've only got 6,000 left, but I wonder if there's... Is there a materia person here, or do I need to go to Limsa for that? A carvery, a mender... Some dudes... No, okay. Alright, I'll worry about the materia in my own time, then. Cool. I best leave some money for teleporting. It'd be incredibly awkward if it's like, okay, go see Estinian. It's like, can I borrow like 700 gil? I just don't have quite enough to get back. When you last saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel Manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich could see the obvious choice, but there was no guarantee he would be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy See's juiciest rumours. Let's return to the manor and see if Lord Emmerlane is about. Do we really not just have Sid's link pearl at this point? Again, maybe he didn't give it to us because he's like, if I give them my number, they'll be phoning me up every bloody week. Asking for airship this, airship that. It's like, I've got my own life to live. Leave me be, warrior of light. I think this guy fights me in triple triad at some point. Yeah. But not yet. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old boy? Well, I trust. In search of Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius. Oh yeah, didn't we send Tartaru to, like, stake out the pub in order for her to get gossip? Why aren't we going to her first? The taverns are full of talk, and the name of the said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting the monstrous ship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing. Yes, I thought as much. Come, Jack, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Alphino's like, ah, yes, I thought as much. And it's like, yeah, you guessed basically every possible place he could go, and then went, yes, I knew it. He was in one of these places. It's like, yeah, well done, Alphino, well done. Pat on the back. Where do I get? Where is the airship landing? Oh, it's there. No, yeah, there is. Oh, lock onto the one I need to talk to. You know, as much as I'm happy to see Biggs and Wedge, it's Sid I need. Jack, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favour. You want me to fly my airship into what? Ah, come on. Another wind barrier, you said. Another wind barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she will not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be little precious we could do to avoid them. Ah, could we fly the giant whale that we met earlier? That seems like a plan. I don't know how, but I want to fly it. There must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mists, but we do not know how much longer how much longer his patience will last. And he's just like, right, that's it, I'm dragon leaping into the mist. Woo! Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. Listen, ecstatic. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Have they got like... we gonna do like... what was that anime? Where they did the skyboarding. Like snowboarding, but in the sky. Just create tiny one-man airships that are just basically snowboards with jets attached to them. I want to do that. Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one. Oh, is it like Iron Man gear? We're just going to be like rocket men.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Did Biggs and Wedge have voice actors in Around Reborn? I don't ever remember them talking. This might be the first time I've heard Biggs and Wedge talk. Ooh.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Ah, I know that play. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard them. I think the voice I've given them is just, I just gave them the sort of typical Rogan and Lalafell voice I normally give most Rogans and Lalafells.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
Does it come in red?
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
Ah, so you can't fly it anywhere.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
I will not. Sorry, I was having a drink. I didn't realize you were back in Ishgard.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we were doing things with Danamo as well. Everyone's like, really? And the Warrior of Light's just like,
leave the mana cutter with us. We'll
oh,
see that
yeah,
you
yeah,
are
I remember who that
well
is, I
suitably
think.
equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Tartaru, what happened? I forgot that Wedge had a crush on Tartaru as well. He's adorable. He hasn't shown up for a while, so I kind of forgot about them. General Raoban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Jack. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends of the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. Send him some food or something, so that he can arm fold and brood in peace. Doesn't have to go and hunt for. He doesn't have to go get a sandwich or something. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. 'Tis past time Uldar was delivered from this darkness. Ah, yeah, let's go and rescue a Sultana. I'm up for that. So I need to go to Horizon, I think. Ugh. I can fly! Man, if only we could just lure Nidhogg to an area where my mounts can fly. Save so much time. Just crashed through the front door in my giant robot. I'm here! It's like, oh, you've done an insurmountable amount of damage.
Thank you
Yay!
for coming.
Raban is tidied up. Look at him. Back to his. Did we get him a robot arm? Or we just covered it up with a cloth?
General.
No,
I
we
trust
just,
your recuperation continues apace.
we've just stuck a metal plate on the end.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her
Oh, no.
ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
No, we have just covered it up with a cloth. Again, I feel like, and an incredibly, you can't see it because I'm behind it. Hang on. There's a design on his cloak, and it is just incredibly low, like pixelated for some reason, like weirdly. Maybe he doesn't have this costume for long, so they didn't bother to upscale it when they did the PS5 stuff.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
I thought we already just. Okay, I guess were confirming the story.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
I was going to say, the receptionist lady told us this last time, but I guess, yeah, we were just confirming where they got the...
some weight to Dulala's claims, aye.
Yeah.
Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting. Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
So long as you don't mean literally, yes.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend, for Nanamo, and for Uldar!
Everyone's nodding. Yeah. Wasn't quite as, like, triumphant and bombastic a kind of, like, let's go. Everyone just all went, yes. We will all nod, but nod at the same time. Hiya, Giri. Our target is Mario, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there. Righto. Oh then. To Uldar. Man, I can't imagine how many Aetheryte shards there are by the end of Endwalker. You just have to scroll down a massive list. Like, I've got quite a lot, and I'm like only like what 10 hours into Heavensward. So by the end of Endwalker, you're gonna have to be like, it's gonna be quite a list to scroll down, I can imagine. I'm supposed to be here, aren't I? Oh, no, I was supposed to... Wait, how do I... Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, screw it. I'll just fast travel over and fly over. I thought the Silver Bazaar was the bazaar in Uldar. But it was not the bazaar in Uldar. Da, 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 da. 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 Da, 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 da. Da, da. I feel like this song is too graceful for a mechanical hand grabbing me by the scruff of my neck like I'm a puppy. Do I have any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters would not be pleased to hear of this. What brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Uldar, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. There's Danielle. The loudest of the Dans. Mariel, aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though, She's the one closest to the market entrance. Oh. That's good to know. It's good that, you know, just a random person runs over and goes, hey, I'm looking for this person. Do you know where she lives? It's like, yes, I won't question your intentions. She lives here. Here's the key to her house. Don't worry about knocking. I can't believe I haven't been here before. Does anyone want to play me in Triple Triad? No? Okay. Oh, Raban. Oh, Raban Babashan are here too. What did he say? It was the house nearest the market? To steal something from this guy now because he's just telling me to keep my filthy groupers off the merchandise. I guess maybe it's in this house. Oh yeah, there she is. turns around and finds like 6 of us standing behind her. Oh yeah, that is what's going to happen.
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
All right.
General Alden.
I've only got one arm, but that's more than enough to choke the life out of you.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Saying, I am out of my depth here.
Mayhap 'twould be better coming from me.
Lolorito. Who I forget if he's good or bad. I can't remember.
Lolorito, you'd best talk fast.
I think
As
he's
you know,
neutral.
Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega.
Did we know that? I don't remember if we did know that. But okay.
When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions.
Lala equals bad. That's not true. Tartaru's great. And the other Scion who was a Lalafar was okay. I forget what his name is because, again, it's been several months since she showed up. And he might be dead. It wasn't clear. I don't think he's dead. We didn't see a corpse.
I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
Yes. Assisted suicide via Rauban.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Meriel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
He cut his arm off. That's not better than expected. Okay, so Lolorito is kind of
Conniving little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve.
Yeah. Lolorito's not a very bad guy, but he's not exactly. He's far from a good guy.
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Oh, so he was the member of the what's the word? he was the guy that was donating money, that the guy that got killed was like, hey, I think it's weird that there's all this money coming around. I think one of our donors works for the Shadow organization or whatever they're called.
Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
I think Lolorito is forgetting what happened to the last Lalafell that taunted Rauban.
Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial?
I execute people without trial all the time. It's fine.
Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
Rauban has weird toes. Just thought I'd mention that.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Yes. When we put you on trial, for your high treason, I'll be sure to put in a good word. Maybe we can get you a reduced sentence.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
For like the 10 minutes after she wakes up, when she then abdicates. Which was her intention, Although maybe now she won't abdicate because she's like, well, there's too much strife and discontent, so I need to Sultana a bit longer. Where is Muriel going with them? Oh, I guess we're going to try her for high treason as well. And the three of us just like, should we turn off the stove? Lock the door up? No, just left behind standing there like gooseberries. By the 12, I feared Lord Olorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Indeed. Shall we also make our way to Uldar? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. I mean, I can just go to Uldar whenever I was just there a second ago. Honestly, this whole being on the run situation hasn't really inconvenienced me in any way with regards to international travel. Gladiators Guild, I guess? Wait, no. I misread the map. Where did you want me to go? Oh, the Chamber of Rule. That's right. Don't you guys... I guess we can't click on you, but... Flame General Raban mentioned you might be coming. Please this way if you will. Are the Crystal Braves still around? I guess they must be. I guess that'll be a thing coming up later. Oh yeah, because we fought Ilberd earlier, didn't we? When we rescued Raoban. Oh, okay. Well, this was much easier to get back to Nanamo than I thought. I thought maybe we'd have to, like, fight our way through some Crystal Braves or something guarding her. Nanamo has weird feet too. Maybe that's why they like each other. This is an aside, but I'm always impressed when video games actually put characters underneath the sheets when they're lying on a bed. Very few games do it, because it's more effort than it's worth a lot of the time. But I always appreciate it when they do. Because seeing characters lie on top of the sheets, I always just think, man, they must be really chilly. I wonder how long it's going to take for Nanamo to notice that Raoban's missing an arm.
I was having the longest dream.
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
She's like, that's a weird thing to say, considering I'm not aware of how much time has passed.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens.
Oh, okay, she is still going to abdicate. Cool.
Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Oh, are the Empire on the move again, are they? I think that's the first we've mentioned them.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
Oh, good. Okay, yes. I'm glad Alphino didn't know about that either.
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
Wait, isn't this the plot of Empire Strikes Back? We've saved our friend from her carbonite slumber, and now we've learnt the Empire.
The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed.
The Empire has built a new ship that they're still in the early stages of building, that we destroyed in the first movie, and we've even got our own. We've even got Biggs and Wedge making little ships for us to fly around now as well. Am I going to have to do a trench run? I don't know why I'm so angry about that. Let me say that again. Do I get to do a trench run?
Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same.
Take control of Uldar's future? I think leave that to the Uldans, honestly, Alphino. Really, the last time you tried to take control of anything, you fucked up really badly.
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves.
Alphino, I don't think that's your decision to make anymore, because they already mutinied against you. I mean, I guess you could write them a stern letter, but you have no authority. That's how a mutiny works.
Who supported our order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Again, Alphino, you were no longer the commander of the Crystal Braves when they mutinied against you. That's how a mutiny works. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains there is no man alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I would never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Boom. What time is it? It's half midnight. Where are we quest-wise? So on a brave. Yeah, this doesn't really lead into anything. I was basically looking to see if there was like, oh, the next mission is a dungeon, and they'd be like, oh, well, cool, we'll end on a dungeon, but it's not. It's just another mission. So we'll call it there for tonight. I think a little less than normal, but because I started a bit late, but you know, still made some good progress. We actually, what did we do today? I bought a new sword. We helped some Moogles. We spoke to a few dragons. We traversed the churning mists, and then we saved Nanamo, who's my favourite Lalafell. So that's neat. Is that really all we did? How did that take so long? We spoke to the thing, then we went. Oh, we did a dungeon. There was a dungeon in between there where we fought tier men, for whatever reason. I think it was just he wanted to fight us. We just killed a dragon because there was a dragon. It's fine. It was a nice little dungeon. I got a load of weapons I can't use that I can now go and sell to my grand company because I don't want them. So yeah, neat. So yeah, we'll call it there, and we'll continue off where we left off next week. Same time, same dandy time, same dandy place. Well, actually, not the same time. Hopefully 45 minutes earlier, because I won't be faffing around with my iPad. I will also try and figure out what's wrong with my face. Yeah, I don't like that it seems to just, like, randomly... I don't know, it's bugging me. Anyway, I'll figure out what's wrong with my mouth for tomorrow, hopefully. So, yes, next stream tomorrow, 6 p.m. We are finally, for definite this time, going to finish Pokemon Legends. I still have a couple of Pokemon left to catch, but I'm going to do that tomorrow afternoon. I would do it on stream, but it's mostly Rift Pokemon. And I found out, so the way Rifts work is that every 5 minutes you're in an area, there's a chance of a rift forming, and then every sort of 5 minutes after that it forms, the chance increases. But when you try and catch anything, or when you fight anything, the 5-minute timer either resets or pauses. So the best way to get a rift to appear is just to go to the camp and stand there, doing nothing until the rift appears. Don't go in your menu, don't do anything, just stand in the world waiting. And that's not great for stream material. So I will do that tomorrow afternoon. I will catch the remaining Pokemon, and then we will play some Pokemon. I don't see it taking very long, like maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how long it takes me to beat Arceus. From what I understand, he's not as difficult as Giratina, but and then we will play something else. I still don't know what. I still haven't actually decided on what game to play tomorrow afterwards. I will think of something. I've narrowed it down to basically... I'm tempted to start... Because I've got Life is Strange, the remastered edition. And I've never played it before. And that came out a couple of weeks ago. So I'm tempted to start that. The only thing that I don't want to... The only problem is I won't get close to finishing it. Like, I can maybe do an episode or two, and I don't know when I'd ever be able to come back to finish the rest of it. It'll be a while. Alternatively, I was thinking maybe Ollie Ollie World, which is like a 2D skateboarding platformer side-scroller game, which is getting decent reviews. Alternatively, there's a... Actually, I think I did settle on this in the end. There's a new... I've seen a lot of other VTubers playing it called... I can't remember what it's called. But you play as, I think, the mod for a VTuber. And it's like a visual novel type thing, but she's like incredibly toxic. And you have to try and... Well, you can either try and fix her, or you just have to, like... It's kind of like a Tamagotchi. You kind of have to, like, manage her stress and happiness and things. And, yeah, it's gotten overwhelmingly positive reviews. And I think we could finish it in one sitting, so... Oh, that, yes. Yeah, I've seen a lot of... I've seen a few people play it. I've seen Mume and Callie and a lot of the HoloLive people playing it. Yeah, it looks really good, and it's gotten really good reviews, and we can finish it in one sitting. So we'll probably play that. I was actually thinking of another game, and then I remembered that I remembered that I thought of that game. So we'll probably play that. Yeah, almost definitely we'll play that. So that works, because that's about 3.5 hours long, and as you say, yeah, it looks funny as fuck. So. Yeah, so, yeah, until tomorrow, I'll see you then. Good night. Dandy out. Bye.